Right now, invisible forces are deflecting a constant particle storm aimed at our planet. Without them, Earth would be vulnerable to powerful solar storms and cosmic radiation that would be lethal to life on the surface. Here's the wild science of why Earth has a magnetic field, and what happens if it disappears. The sun is constantly firing the solar wind, a torrent of charged particles blasting through space at up to 500 kilometers per second. That's like crossing the entire United States in about 9 seconds. Earth's magnetic field, the magnetosphere, acts like a giant invisible bumper. It stretches 65,000 kilometers toward the sun and deflects nearly all of that deadly radiation around us. But what actually generates this shield? Here's the surprisingly simple answer. Earth has a giant ball of liquid iron that is vigorously convecting and rotating differentially inside it. That's the outer core, 2,200 kilometers thick, ranging in temperature up to 6,100 degrees Celsius, comparable to the sun's surface. As this liquid iron churns and rotates with the Earth, electric currents form, and electric currents create magnetic fields. It works on the same principle as an electromagnet, where electric currents generate magnetic fields. But on Earth, these currents are continuously generated and sustained by the churning, conductive liquid iron, creating a self-exciting dynamo. Here's the curiosity gap I promised to close. Earth's magnetic field is already weakening. Over the last 200 years, it's dropped about 9%, and the magnetic North Pole is currently racing toward Siberia at 55 kilometers per year. Now, what if it vanished entirely? First, the most immediate and spectacular effect. Charged particles from the solar wind would interact directly with our atmosphere across the globe, potentially igniting widespread auroral displays at latitudes that never see them today. However, these would not be a constant every night, everywhere phenomenon, and as the solar wind gradually stripped away our atmosphere over time, the very air needed to produce those auroras would diminish too. Then the real damage begins. Solar wind would slowly strip away our atmosphere, the same thing that happened to Mars 4 billion years ago when its core solidified and its magnetic field died. DNA-damaging cosmic radiation would bombard the surface. Cancer rates would skyrocket. Satellites and power grids would fry. GPS, banking, communicate.